start talking about editors. So you know about editors. Editors is something you are using on whatever system you have, but it may be that if you haven't used Linux before, if you haven't used it a lot, then maybe you don't know the editors that are there. And these editors are not the same ones as the one on Mac and Windows, even though they will be similar in some ways. There are two types of editors. There are graphical editors and there are command line editors. And we will look a bit about both of them. First, I'm going to mention less, more, and cat. And they are very useful if you just want to see the content of a file. For instance, you want to check if it's the right input file or something. And you can use the command more on a file. And I'm just going to go into, for instance, patterns here to see I have some files. And then I could say more on any file here, for example, for instance, numbers, text. And then it simply outputs the content of the file. If it is longer than what will fit in one screenful, it will just show that screenful, and then you can scroll back up and down in it. And you can exit it with Q. Less is similar to more, but it has more than less, than more has. It also has search options, but that's not so important right now, but you can search in it. And otherwise, if you're just looking at the file, it will look the same, like this here. And because it also has the search functions, it keeps the file open. So just press Q, it closes. Another useful tool is cat. It is used for many different types of file-related operations. View, concatenate, create, copy, merge, and manipulate the file contents in many ways. So you use it as a cat, some option, and then the file. You can also just use it to put the content on the screen. And then it just outputs it. So if you just look at the file, then you can use any of these. You could also use an editor, but the danger with the editor is that maybe you risk making some changes to it. If, for instance, you have a cat or something, a snake or whatever that makes its way past your keyboard and it decides to press some of the buttons, and then things don't look as it should in your file. So it might be better to use less or more or something to avoid pet-related or other incidents. And if you have a file that you can look at, for instance, you can go into the exercise directory. There will be some in patterns. There is also some in my test dir. Then you can try and use less cat or more on it. And of course, a question you could ask yourself, why is cat good for short files but not for long files? And of course, the answer is cat just outputs the full content to the screen. And if it's longer than a screenful, then maybe you don't see all of the content. Whereas less and more will show you one screenful at a time and then let you scroll down into it. Okay, so let's now move on to some editors. And we will start with the command line editors. And they are all available on the command line. Sometimes you need to install them, but usually they are installed. Actually, I think VI needs to be installed in some of the newer Linux versions, but it will be installed on the HPC centers you log into. The most powerful of these are probably Emacs or VI or Vim. But Emacs in particular work better in a GUI environment. If you don't know any of them, then maybe you should use Nano, because the others require you to memorize a lot of commands. So let's try Nano as the first one. And Nano can either be used on an existing file, or it can be used to create a file also. So if you just type Nano, it will just open the file editor. And as you can see here at the bottom, it tells you some of the commands. You see this hat character. That means you should hold down Control and then push the button for the key, for instance, X to exit. So Control and X, it exits. If you open Nano again and write something, and then Control and X, it sees there's a modified buffer. It asks you, do you want to save it? If you say no, it just throws it away and exits. If you say yes, then it asks you, what do you want to call this file? Just call it test file. And then it saves it. You can also open. You have, for instance, my file. I will open it. And then if you edit it, and then hold Control down and push X, it will ask you, do you want to save it? If you say yes, it will suggest the file name that you gave, but you can also change it. File. And then it says, do you want to save this file under the different name? And I press Y for yes. And then I have another file. So you can either open an existing file, or you can just open Nano with no other command, or you can say Nano and the new file you are creating. And then it opens that. When I misspelled it, whatever. You could also open a file in here with Control R, but then you also could browse in it with Control T, and then you can pick a file here, for instance, file, and then you open that. But that is the only thing I will show here. So let's exit, Control X, and it remembers we have a modified buffer. I'm just going to say no. And then nothing happens. No new file is created. Okay. This is nice, and I suggest that you just play around with it a little bit. There are also GUI editors. Let's see, what time is it? 10:55. I think let's take 2 minutes and let people try out Nano. And then I will just demo the GUI editors, because that requires you to have a graphical interface set up right now. And I will continue with the GUI editors. I'm going to start up a thin link connection. And I'm going to log into Dardo. And I need to change this to SSH keys instead. Okay, so this is the thin link interface on Dardel. And I'm going to use this to quickly show you how to access some of the text editors. And you go into applications and there should be on the utilities. And there is a text editor here. And I think that might be the only one that is available on Dardel. On some of the others, there are also others. UPPMAX is probably here as well. Let's see if it's... I am actually not seeing it. Anyway, let's open up utilities and text editor. Text editor is in many ways similar to Notepad, if you know that one. And you can see here, you can open files if you have any, which I don't in this directory here. And you have many other commands here. You can actually, you can view, you can find and replace and things like this. So it's fairly simple, but anyway, it still has quite many commands that it has what Notepad has basically. And the plus here, you use that to create a new directory. A new file, so you can see until titled file. So let's write something. I am writing something. And then I would like to save it. Just click save. And it asks me what do I want to call it. Let's see, new file. Next. And then save. And let's open an editor. This. Let's see if it created file. Good. You can see it's newly created just now. And otherwise, I can open by just clicking open and pick something here and edit it. So it's a text editor just like Notepad, and it's quite nice. So I would suggest that if you don't have anything favorite otherwise, then you should use that on Dardo and systems like it. Let's see if UPPMAX is installed. And it opened it here in my terminal, which is not what I wanted. I'm wondering if there's an UPPMAX GUI, UPPMAX client. Doesn't seem like. Okay, they just have UPPMAX installed in the terminal. That's fine, you can work with it there as well. But it's nicer as a GUI. So go ahead and use this gedit utilities text editor. It's called text editor, but it's also called gedit for GNOME editor. So, okay. So this was editors. Let's